Greetings, everyone. This is Audra Johnson, CEO of The Enterprising Woman, where we are about all things entrepreneur. I'm also your go-to and subject matter expert for small business startups, all things cleaning, health and wellness, and finances. Woo! Well, today's teaching is going to be on customer service, going the extra mile. Customer service, going the extra mile. Okay, as entrepreneurs, we know that we're in business to make money, generate profit, whether you're offering a good or a service. It's an exchange for either one of those two for time and money. Now, we know in the middle of that, we also need to add value to those things. So I want to share a couple of scenarios with you that can help you get a greater understanding on what it means to go the extra mile. And these are just a couple of many examples that are out there because it depends on the type of business you navigate, and it's on a case-by-case basis, okay? So sometimes going the extra mile would be, per se, in a particular business where you're selling goods, products. Let's say sometimes there's a glitch in the supply chain. Something is on back order. And let's say the customer was expecting it by a certain time window. Now, we know pretty much even major corporations that sell goods and services online give you a warning or give you kind of like a heads up, right at the page where you're getting ready to close out and make your purchase, letting you know that we know that shipping times can vary, due to, our new normal here. So long story short, even major corporations, sometimes experience supply chain issues. So with that being said, as an entrepreneur, you should be putting a special touch on everything you do. You should be putting a signature on everything you do. So that's what I call a personal touch. I call it my signature. So I'll give you an example. I had a customer who really became a friend. And we know all customers, are not meant to per se go beyond that customer boundary. But this was an individual that over her experience with me, she really became a friend. But even prior to her becoming a friend, she ordered something from me, and it took quite a bit longer than than anticipated to arrive. And so I sent her like a gift. I sent her an item that's like $75 value. Like if I was to sell it to a customer, it was like worth $75. And so I sent it to her, and she was so happy. She was so happy, and I'm a giver by nature, really. I'm a giver to the point, that if, someone kind of had an overseer type of position over how I give and do incentives, they probably would try to pull the reins back, on me. But, I do have a team. I don't do this by myself. But when it comes to the giving, I just give as I'm led. So long story short, I sent her that. And I said, I'm sending you this, for multiple reasons. And she was just so understanding. And she was patient through the whole process. I believe even if I never sent her anything, she would have still been patient. But long story short, again, with this is that, when you do something like that, you win over a customer for life. So you have to balance your short term and long term. That's a whole nother teaching, but I'm going to give you a little bit of that. What's the example of the short term? The short term is go and give this gift as a $75 value gift to your customer. You can write it off as promotion. There are other type of tax advantages that you can do based on your business and based on the laws in your state and federal laws. But nevertheless, by doing so, you can win that customer over for life. So that's the long term. The short term is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give this customer something that's a $75 value. So I'm going to basically take $75 away from my profits, and I'm going to go ahead and give it to a customer. And guess what? That customer will come back and order from you, and they'll also refer you to their friends, to their family members, and things of that nature. So that's the long term. You have to balance the short term and the long term in everything. So that's a wonderful form of customer service and going the extra mile. Now, I did another teaching a few days ago that gave another, example on how to win over the first time customer and to hopefully gain referral customers through them before they even receive their good or service from you. But these are things that we truly need to do because as entrepreneurs, we are owners. And it's about ownership in this day and hour anyway. So those of you that are out here, listen, make sure that you put a signature on what you do, and you put your signature on what you do by how you treat your customer. And again, I've said this previously, and I'm going to say it again. Customer service is simply operating, navigating, and doing business in such a way with your customer that you give them an experience that causes them to think about that need again, or come across someone over or under their sphere of influence that has a need that you can provide, and it will bring that customer back to you, or it will cause them to refer their friends, their family, those that are colleagues, constituents to you. It will send them to you. So always operate in integrity. Always remember that, being honest, is the winner. It's the winner. So you want to definitely make sure that you're keeping it 100 with your customers. You want to make sure, that you are communicating effectively and responding, within a reasonable time frame. So everyone, I hope that this helps you. Get creative with it. Get creative with it. There's so many ways to get creative. And so if you do, the e-card method that I shared, I just shared that as a suggestion because I really like to do, the regular gift cards with the card where you fill it out and just put even more of an old school personal touch on it. But unfortunately, we're in an hour where sometimes the mail doesn't make it to the person we're sending it to. So I won't go any deeper into that. I'll let you guys figure that out. But nevertheless, everyone, I wish you a phenomenal day, night, or evening. Please feel free to comment or email me any questions that you have. My website, theenterprisingwoman.com. It's loaded with information on different startup businesses. If you need to consult with me, you can go and schedule a consult. You can register and get the free ebook with loaded with keto recipes that you can get started on immediately. It automatically generates and populates. But I love what I do, and so I'm here to encourage you. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.